Hey guys, Artosis here, bringing you some more CNSL 5. Right now we are in the last match in the round of 8. It's a best of 5 between Ample in the top right and ZeLoT in the bottom left. ZeLoT did end up winning game 1 with a big-time Guardian rush. Ample, I feel like he played pretty well overall, but did lose just a few too many Marines. Never had the critical mass he needed to fight the extremely strong army of his opponent. So, you know what? It was a fun game. It was a good game, and I'm hoping that we can have more here from Ample. But I'm a little bit nervous because the map is Odyssey, and Odyssey, if you guys are remembering, it does have the double geyser 4,000, 1,000. But more importantly, it has this expansion down here, which is very easily accessible as Zerg and not so much as Terran, because mutalisks will simply kill it. There's no way to really keep it alive other than building a quadrillion turrets, which is not realistically feasible. Trust me on that. Okay, so it can be I mean, you can take it later on, but certainly not early on in the game like Zerg can. So definitely some strong strategies can emerge on this map for Zerg because they can get 3 gas with only 1 defensive location. Sometimes you see crazy Zerg utilized in those spots, and oftentimes on maps like this you'll see Terran do things like a gas opener. We'll see if he's going to do that just momentarily here. Like in the next 10 seconds he'll take a gas if he's going to go for a fast factory. Otherwise it is just going to be a fast expansion. Yeah, let's see where he's going to go with this. Looks like, yeah, we're not going to end up seeing that gas, so it should be just a standard barracks expand. Maybe it will be something with Valkyries still. There are ways to do like 1-1-1 builds after the command center. They're very differently timed, though, which is, of course, fine. We're getting a little bit too technical at this point, so I'll quiet down a little bit as we see pretty standard openers. Just a 2-hatch opener here from ZeLoT. Pretty fast gas there. Excuse me. And, of course, the wall from Ample into expansion that we'll be seeing. Yeah, guys, make sure you subscribe. Hit that notification button. It's important. Yeah, that's it. All right, thank you. Oh yeah, the CasterMuse Narak StarLeague is you know, getting towards the end. We don't have that many more matches. We have, you know, just this is the round of 8, and then we have 2 round of 4 matches, a 3rd place match, and the finals. And you know, those are, I'm sure, going to be good. Our first round of 4 match is going to be Beast going up against Scan, so 2 of the newer series of pros going up against each other. That should be a really, really good one. I'm very excited for Scan. And then, of course, Yoon awaits the winner of ZeLoT and Ample. Only in game 1 still, so it's really hard to predict how this is going to end up going. You know, I mentioned before, I think that in this matchup, ZeLoT is favored against Ample, but we saw in that last game that Ample definitely, he's got the skills. He could end up taking this down. Now, that was a pretty quick layer and pretty quick Zergling speed right thereafter. So, certainly ZeLoT here is going to be going for some aggressive plays. We'll see where his 3rd hatchery is going to be. He hasn't sent a drone down yet to attack this, so I think his 3rd hatchery will actually be out on the map. So, he's just going to escape there for now. Sit there and chill and watch the Zergling from behind the gate. If the Zergling ever leaves, he'll pop up. Very cute. But yeah, it has this photon cannon, so you can't just take it right away. Like, you can't Nexus first here or something like that, or Command Center first, which makes it a little bit annoying to deal with. Spire coming up, and we'll see from Ample like really, really soon now where he wants that 3rd base location. He's going to start banking some minerals in just a moment. Now, up on Ample's side, it is, as I was mentioning, it could end up still being a 1-1-1 build. This is a very quick armory with this starport, so Ample is going to be going into a Valkyrie rush from here, which is, I think, is a very good choice. Here is that 3rd base location. This is a single ramped expansion, so probably the most defendable location, along with the one down here. But, of course, this one, travel distance is a little bit closer for Terran, so this one would be more considered on the Zerg side of things, at least for the early game. But, yeah, how will this Valkyrie rush go? And how will ZeLoT actually react to this? You know, obviously, if you're making, like, a lot of mutalisks, which is something he normally does, and you run into Valkyrie, things can go south very quickly. Valkyries can destroy mutas, but there's been a lot of counterplay that's been developing recently to counteract the Valkyrie builds, because, you know, they're really kind of all the rage because mutas have become so out of control. Like, there was a period there where mutas were just destroying every pro Terran. It was just insane because the mutalisk micro now, for most of the pro Zergs, outdoes the Marine medic micro. It's just like they have much more control of what's going on. But with the emergence of all the Valkyries, that has become a lot harder. By the way, this build that Ample is doing would instantly lose to a Lurker build. I have to mention that. This is a little bit gambly, his build, where he skipped the Academy for an extremely long amount of time. He is getting +1. He's getting his Academy. But when you get your Academy this late, if he had just gone straight Lurker, he would have just walked up and killed Ample, and there would not have been anything Ample could have done about it. So a bit of a risk there, but, you know, risks are part of the game. Okay, so the mutas fly in, and they take some Valkyrie hits right away, so it's not like a huge amount of damage, but he knows what's going on. Hydralisk Den is being made, and he's got to be careful with these mutas. You see that Valkyrie micro that is being attempted here from Ample. It's something that I mentioned in the previous game. Once the Valkyrie starts shooting, the attack animation is longer than like any other attack animation in the entire game, and it just sits there for a long time. So it gets picked off a lot after attacking, but there is a special micro you can do with them where they go towards the unit, and then you patrol backwards, and they slide backwards while shooting. And if you can pull that off, they're very hard to kill. But it can be a little bit hard, and there's a certain range it has to be done at, and Zergs know that range, so they'll start pulling back as you reach that range. So a lot of this is reaction. Couple Scourge coming up now. He's looking for that Valkyrie kill. Okay, okay. Very solid volleys so far. No, you don't want to be going out there. See, he's trying to get it. When you see the Valkyries going back and forth like that, that's Ample attempting to get the sliding attack. Okay, he just goes for the attack this time. Now, that will cost him a Valkyrie. And there's not much way to stop that because you can't really target the Scourge. There's too much stuff there. You can't really see the Scourge to target it with the Marines. So, very well done from ZeLoT to get a single Valkyrie kill. We have a bunch of Hydras coming up here. He does want to turn those into Lurkers. And there you go. He starts morphing them. Now, the mutas are very important here. The mutas are actually trying to lure the army down here. He wants him to chase the mutas with the Valkyries so the Lurkers can run in. Now, the Valkyries help to take that down, the Overlord there, so less vision. But that, like, he doesn't care right now. He just wants him to not overly attack. Okay, the mutas are being absolutely destroyed, but now the Valkyries see the Lurkers. Now, what does Ample do? He has a bunch of Marines here, but this front has no defense right now. The Marines continue to go forward. There's no defense for ZeLoT as well. Here goes the Burrow at the front. And, of course, nothing you can do. He puts down the depot just to buy a little bit of time. And that does buy some time. He's going to be able to get his SCVs out of here. He's trying to build a bunker on the high ground. ZeLoT should push that immediately. Goes forward and goes ahead and burrows that. In the meantime, we have a base trade going on. Marines stimming up the ramp over here. Oh my god, but ZeLoT seems like he's doing a bit more damage, but maybe not for long. There's almost nothing left over here. There's a supply block for ZeLoT as well. He can't make any more units. Oh my god, this is the craziest base trade ever. This is absolutely insane. ZeLoT gets on top of the production now, kills the siege tank. There's one Marine in this bunker. Obviously, it can't last for long. But in the meantime, he's killing everything with his Marines and medics over here. No drones left here. We're down to 8 workers total. This is insane. He's making a Wraith. The Wraith is a high IQ play here from Ample. The Wraith is going to be something that may be able to kill everything on the map. Look at this. He's targeting the Spire because he wants to make sure his Wraith doesn't get killed. Overlords being made since there's still a supply block. Only one drone remains for ZeLoT. Lifts off the command center. But look, the mutas are still here. Does he still have any Valkyries? He does. He needs to kill the mutas. The mutas are actually key right now for this game, right? Like, this is the biggest moment. Can he get rid of these mutalisks so that his Wraith can just have its way with everything? I don't know that he's going to be able to. Okay, here come the Valkyries. By the way, the single drone is up here. A massive supply block. He brings the rest of his army up. This Bioforce, okay, these Marines have +1, and there's 1 medic. And there's 6 of them. Well, obviously, with the Lurkers, it's unbreakable. Even this group of units would end up holding that ramp. But with the lurkers there, you're 100%. Okay, so this is the last of the detection. So when this dies, Ample doesn't have any money, man. He has 1 SCV. Like, he doesn't have any choices. He needs to get mining with that singular SCV. I guess he has 2 now. He is producing 1 more. Picking off Overlords, trying to keep that supply block going. Dude, the 1 lurker, so crazy. Oh, no! He loses the Wraith! Oh, a huge mistake. He went in to snipe the Overlord, I think, and maybe something else occurred that drew his attention. Now we have to take a look. Okay, so 3 Marines finishing off this layer. This hatchery's just about dead. A little group of Lings going down. Okay, so I think that they want to come over and kill these Marines and this medic. Which they can definitely do if they get a good surround. Okay, here we go. And he right-clicked it instead of attack move. A huge mistake from Ample. He's going to go ahead and lose those all without a single Ling going down. Okay, so this is pretty bad. The 1 lurker is going to be able to kill everything here. He is making a comstat before he loses his academy. That's a big expense. That's 2 SCVs he doesn't get to make as far as build time goes. Spawning pool back on the way. We're up to 6 workers against 3. I tell you, if this was StarCraft 2, he'd have mules and he'd be fine, but not here. That 1 Overlord sitting pretty here. The Valkyries have taken a lot of damage. I feel like he's missing opportunities to deal a bit more damage here with the Valkyries. Right? Like, this Overlord has been very low. He lost that Wraith, which was just a heartbreaker. Lings. Oh, he's going to work here. Now, he has a scan, so this is all something that can be dealt with. It'll take a little bit to break through these temples. The splash damage of the lurker obviously helping a lot. This 1 lurker up here making it basically impossible to break this right now. If he just had a couple more units, this would be a breakable position. I'm trying to figure out who actually wins this. You have to shut this down. This is really painful that he's going to lose all these buildings. Like, if these buildings were going to be safe, I would say Ample would win. But he's eventually going to have to rebuild all these, and his worker count is so low right now. Yeah, just flies around. He's checking what's going on, sees that the layer is coming up. If he... You know what? He doesn't have the audio cues. He has nothing close enough to this, I think. Oh, you know what? I think he does maybe have the audio cues. Yeah. He should know that this is going on. That's like a really big deal. He needs to get over here with the Bioforce and eliminate this, honestly. Okay, so this 1 Valkyrie gonna go ahead and try to supply block him again. Another Overlord being made at the main hatchery here. But if this gets down and like gets the comstat, the game is over. At that point, ZeLoT can't lose. Oh, a siege tank with siege mode? Oh my god. I actually just didn't notice this. I was looking so close to some of these other locations. Oh, and he does have another command center in the bottom right. I wonder how many more temples are left. I think that might be the last one. Holding my breath here. Oh, there is one more. The way that you actually tell about how stacked something is the darkness of the shadow. That's why I thought that, and he thought that as well. That's why he moved the lurker forward, because he was like, yeah, that's the last one. But it looks like the shadow can actually get a little bit lighter. This is almost certainly the last one. It works with everything, too. Like mutas and stuff, the darkness of the shadow will give you a good idea of how many mutas are there. It's not like a perfect thing, but yeah, it's about as good as you can get. Okay, huge volley. Hits both shots on the lurker. Okay, misses that shot on the lurker. He's got 2 more scans there. And almost a third, and there's one there. So he's got a lot of scans. You know what? I think... Well, actually, he's still got 2 Valkyries, and there's mutas being made. No, I think Ample can take this. Okay, finally breaks this down. So this is a huge moment. This is a huge, huge moment. Needs to utilize those scans while he can. Oh, my God. The Valkyries are so important here. Look at this. He's starting to repair them as well. SCVs get absolutely ravaged, so those are going to go down. Producing what he can out of his burning buildings. Okay, kills another lurker. Still has a scan here. And using this scan to kill off that lurker. So that's a big kill. Huge kill there. Keeps his mining going. The Lings come back to stop any production. Dude, this might... If ZeLoT wins this, it's probably based on lack of scans. Okay, the Scourge come in, and he actually loses... oh, that's huge. Loses one of the Valkyries. He has one green Valkyrie left. For anti-air here, we have one Hydralisk, but 2 more on the way. He's trying to hit that supply block still. Oh, he needs to pull this back. Excuse me. Really important to pull that back. Continuing to push forward. He's hitting the lair. This is one of the craziest base trades, honestly, I've seen in StarCraft 1. At the pro level, it is pretty rare to see something like this, but there is like nothing left on either side. Look at this. The Ling's getting in now, taking out depots, but at the same time, he's lost almost every overlord. Oh my god, goes forward and burrows. That's a fantastic move. Oh my god. Now, wait a minute. ZeLoT lost his hatchery, though, before everything died. But he has enough for another hatchery. And there's nothing that shoots up. Yeah, there's nothing that shoots up. So he can kill every overlord and get a massive supply block. There's no larva left on the map, so he can't make anything with that. If he had a Wraith, he would win this game. Can he make a Wraith? No! He's got 32 gas. He's got almost nothing. He's making an SCV at the moment. Oh my god, a Vulture to micro against the Lings. What is going on here? What is going on here? This is so crazy. Lurkers coming up to attack the last bastion of hope here. Oh my god, he gets up as those Marines go back, and GG is called. ZeLoT goes up 2-0. What a game. GG.